Steve kind of said that some of those turnovers today, the biggest reason was just because of carelessness. Do you agree with that, and how do you address that going forward?
Yeah, I agree with it. I think lack of focus, carelessness, lack of focus. I think they go hand in hand. But I think, in the second half we realized what's at stake, and I think we locked in the second half, especially that third quarter. And it's always good to take coaching after a win rather than a loss.
Why has that been an issue all year? Carelessness or lack of focus, or you talked about it a lot?
Watching the Warriors in the past and now being on the team, I think they had so many. They had so many solid veterans in years past, and they were an older team. So, you could, Steph and Draymond could be, their normal selves. I think with this, second unit more so, we have some young guys, me included, and playing with those guys in that first unit. Our job is to be solid. So I think you still allow them to be themselves, and then everybody else is really, really extremely solid, and that number comes down a lot. But we can't add on. Everybody else can't add on to those. The key guys making the normal plays. So I think that's the biggest thing is when you look at games where everybody else is around solid, including myself. I think I had 2 tonight. So for me, if I can have 0 is ideally, but 1 at most for me is just being solid with that first unit, just not to compound the issue.
Donte, what can you guys as a team, learn from tonight to carry you to Sunday? It's kind of similar in the sense that your playing team doesn't have much at stake, but you got a lot at stake, obviously. Mm-hmm. Now it's just one game.
Yeah.
You win, you get what you want.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for us is, that focus. It's tough, going down the regular season. They have 2, 3 key guys, 4 key guys not playing. And, it's a big game Sunday for us. They're not playing. Dane's not playing. A lot of their guys aren't playing. So that's the biggest thing for us is our focus and our effort. Because we're so talented, we're so deep that, offensively it's going to take care of itself. I think that lack of focus on the defensive end is when we start to struggle on the offensive end. Sorry.
Donte, sometimes difficult not to overlook some of these short-handed teams.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. What did you say?
Sometimes difficult not to overlook some of these short-handed teams.
For sure. I mean, personally, I can speak for myself. I know tonight I was, before the game, I was really locked in on this team. Playing a former team, playing with a chip on my shoulder. I don't care who's, playing for them or not playing. So personally, I think I was honed in on this team, and then I think overall, I think a lot of guys were. Honestly, I think a lot of guys were. It's not a shot or stray bullet, but second half, I think that's when we kind of realized. Coach said, you guys know what's at stake. You guys are gonna pick this up in the second half, and I think that was a message we needed to hear. And but we shouldn't have to turn it around at halftime. I think we're a good enough team. We can be a great team. We just got to start that way.
Donte, is it crazy? I'm sorry. Is it crazy or a little unsettling? 2 days left in the regular season. You could still finish anywhere from 5th to 8th.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, 8th was on the road in the first place, so it's a big, massive difference.
Yeah, I think it's a good problem to have for us. Is I think we control our own destiny. There's some teams that they need a win here and this team to lose, and looking at all the different scenarios. I think for us, we just, you go in and you try to win the game, and, we get what we want. And what we want is to not be in that playing game. So simple as that. We win, not in the playing game, and that's our focus.
Donte, I know health is obviously a big factor, but whether it's coaching or film, has there been any kind of shooting mechanical thing that you focused on more this season than maybe even years past?
There was a point in the season, actually, Coach Kerr came up to me, and, we just a little bit of hand placement stuff, which, I don't know if you even asked him about it, if he's, going to bring it up or whatever, but it helped me tremendously. and just, you know, the repetition of doing that over and over, I kind of got comfortable. And then also is, you know, I watch all my shots back and see which ones I'm rushing, which ones I'm, you know, when I take my time on my shots, when, you know, it's there. The ones I kind of get, you know, off to the left or the right or whatever is when I'm rushing it. And I think that's been the biggest focus for me is, you know, slowing down. You know, I play 100 miles an hour on the court. So when I'm going into my jump shot, just trying to slow down and, you know, take that 1 second of deep breath and let it go.
Donte, did you ever get an explanation why the Kings declined your option last offseason?
You know, it was just the direction that they wanted to go in. And I respect it. I know this league is a business at the end of the day, and they're doing damn good over there. And I'm doing well, and I think it was I didn't look too much into it. I moved on to the next phase, and they did as well. And I think both of us are in a very good position, and we just move on from there.
Were you pretty surprised because it seemed like last year went pretty well?
Well, last year it was a weird year for me. We got injured, had surgery, came back, got traded, and 2 months later, I'm a free agent. First time going through free agency, so last year was a up and down year for me mentally. But I think what I'm most thankful for is this organization, just coming here and kind of resetting everything for myself. Not just on the court, but off the court. I'm in a very good spot and very good place mentally, and I'm extremely thankful to be here.
Has Jay Wright reached out and asked where all this shooting was?
No, me and Coach don't talk about that, but he definitely has reached out.
Okay, it was the largest crowd in Kings history tonight. Could you feel the energy? In the
Yeah,
arena?
it was super loud. And like I said, that's great because, playing here, they still showed up last year, even when we were out of playoff contention, playing contention. And I'm super happy for those guys that I played with over there because, they deserve that.